James Carter, a 42-year-old software developer, lived at 19 Oakwood Lane in the upscale Pine Ridge Estates in Raleigh, North Carolina. The neighborhood, governed by a strict homeowners association, HOA, was known for manicured lawns and community amenities, including a shared clubhouse. Carter's property, purchased in 2018, featured a private in-ground pool, a rarity in the community. On June 10, 2025, Kara Mitchell, a 50-year-old HOA board member, emailed Carter, requesting use of his pool for her annual summer party on June 20th. Mitchell, known for her assertive enforcement of HOA rules, cited a vague bylaw suggesting private amenities could be accessed for community events. Carter declined, explaining the pool was for personal use and he had maintenance scheduled. Mitchell responded with a second email on June 11th, insisting the HOA's community spirit clause obligated Carter to share his pool. She referenced Section 3.1 of the HOA covenants, which encouraged shared use of private facilities for approved events. Carter, aware of Mitchell's reputation for pushing boundaries, reiterated his refusal, citing liability concerns and his right to privacy. On June 12th, Mitchell visited Carter's home, accompanied by HOA Treasurer Mark Evans. She repeated her request, offering to cover cleaning costs and claiming her party, expecting 40 guests, would benefit the neighborhood. Carter stood firm, stating he was unavailable and the pool was undergoing repairs. Mitchell warned a potential fine for violating HOA cooperation guidelines, leaving Carter frustrated but resolute. Over the next few days, Mitchell escalated her campaign. On June 14th, she sent a certified letter threatening a $500 fine for noncompliance with the HOA's community event policy. Neighbors, informed by Mitchell's emails to the HOA listserv, began discussing Carter's refusal. Some, like Susan Hayes, system, script continuation for HOA. Karen demanded to use my pool for a party, so I drained it dry and she ended up calling the cops. HOA. Karen demanded to use my pool for a party, so I drained it dry and she ended up calling the cops. James Carter, a 42-year-old software developer, resided at 19 Oakwood Lane in Pine Ridge Estates, Raleigh, North Carolina, a neighborhood governed by a stringent homeowners association, HOA. His property, acquired in 2018, included a private in-ground pool, a unique feature in the community. On June 10, 2025, Kara Mitchell, a 50-year-old HOA board member, emailed Carter, requesting use of his pool for her annual summer party on June 20th. Mitchell, known for her forceful approach to HOA rules, referenced a vague bylaw suggesting private amenities could be shared for community events. Carter responded on June 11th, declining the request, citing scheduled pool maintenance and personal use preferences. Mitchell replied the same day, invoking Section 3.1 of the HOA covenants, which encouraged shared use of private facilities for approved events, and pressed for access. Carter, aware of Mitchell's reputation for overstepping, reaffirmed his refusal, emphasizing liability risks and his right to privacy. On June 12th, Mitchell, accompanied by HOA Treasurer Mark Evans, visited Carter's home in person. She reiterated her demand, offering to cover cleaning costs and arguing her party, expecting 40 guests, would foster community spirit. Carter maintained his stance, stating he was unavailable and the pool needed repairs. Mitchell warned of potential fines for violating HOA cooperation guidelines, leaving Carter resolute but irritated. On June 14th, Mitchell sent a certified letter threatening a $500 fine for noncompliance with the HOA's community event policy. She also emailed the HOA listserv, framing Carter's refusal as uncooperative, sparking neighborhood discussions. Some residents, like Susan Hayes, supported Carter's right to privacy, while others, influenced by Mitchell, viewed his stance as selfish. Carter, frustrated, consulted his attorney friend Laura Bennett, who confirmed the HOA's bylaw was not legally enforceable for private pools. On June 15th, Carter decided to drain his pool entirely, scheduling professional service to empty it by June 18th. The process, completed using a high-capacity pump, left the pool dry, with Carter citing maintenance needs like liner repairs. He informed Mitchell via email, stating the pool will be unavailable due to the draining. Mitchell, furious, called Carter on June 16th, accusing him of sabotaging her event. Carter calmly reiterated his maintenance plans, ending the call. On June 17th, Mitchell posted on the HOA's online forum, alleging Carter's actions were retaliatory. The post, viewed by 120 residents, garnered mixed reactions. Some, like neighbor Tom Reynolds, criticized Mitchell's pressure tactics, while others felt Carter's response was extreme. Posts from local users, including at Raleigh resident, spread the story, with hashtags #HOA drama and #Poolgate gaining traction. By June 18th, local media, including WRL-TV, reported on the dispute, quoting Carter, "It's my property, my decision. The HOA doesn't own my pool." On June 19th, Mitchell, undeterred, announced her party would proceed at the community clubhouse, but her plans faltered as many invitees declined, citing loyalty to Carter or discomfort with the conflict. On June 20th, the day of the party, Mitchell arrived at Carter's property with 2 HOA members, demanding to inspect the pool to verify its condition. Carter refused entry, citing private property rights. Mitchell, enraged, called the Raleigh Police Department at 2:15 p.m., alleging vandalism and noncompliance with HOA rules. Officers arrived at 2:40 p.m. Carter provided documentation of the maintenance contract and showed the empty pool. The police, finding no evidence of vandalism and confirming Carter's legal rights, declined to intervene. Mitchell, humiliated, left with her companions. The incident, recorded in a police report, was shared on X by an NC neighbor, amassing 5,000 retweets by June 21st. The fallout was swift. On June 22nd, Carter filed a formal complaint with the HOA, accusing Mitchell of harassment and overreach. The complaint, supported by 15 neighbors, led to an HOA board meeting on June 25th. Minutes revealed 60% of attendees criticized Mitchell's conduct. On June 28th, Mitchell resigned from the HOA board under pressure, citing personal reasons. Her resignation letter, posted on the HOA website, avoided mention of the incident. Local media continued coverage, with the News and Observer publishing an expose on July 1st, detailing Mitchell's history of aggressive HOA enforcement, including a 2023 case where she fined a resident for unapproved mailbox paint. Posts, including one from at Raleigh Rights with 8,000 likes, praised Carter's stand. The HOA revised its bylaws on July 10th, clarifying private amenities were exempt from community use mandates, a direct response to Carter's case. Carter refilled his pool by July 15th, hosting a neighborhood barbecue on July 20th to mend ties. Over 30 residents attended, signaling community support. Mitchell faced social ostracism, with neighbors declining her invitations. By August 1st, she listed her home for sale, moving to Durham by September 2025. Carter's actions inspired local advocacy, with the Pine Ridge Residents' Rights Group forming to monitor HOA overreach. The incident began with Mitchell's email on June 10th. Carter's refusal, rooted in property rights, was legally sound, per Attorney Bennett's advice. Mitchell's persistence, including her June 14th letter, cited Section 3.1 but lacked legal weight. Carter's decision to drain the pool, costing $2,000, was completed by June 18th. Mitchell's June 20th police call, logged at 2:15 p.m., found no basis for action, per the Raleigh Police Department's report. Posts from June 17th to 21st, including at Raleigh Residents thread, garnered 20,000 engagements. WRL-TV's June 18th report quoted neighbor Susan Hayes. "James stood up for all of us." Mitchell's resignation on June 28th followed 25 complaints filed with the HOA since 2022. The bylaw revision, approved 45-10, was effective July 15th. Carter's barbecue, attended by 35 residents, featured petition for stricter HOA oversight, signed by 40 households. Mitchell's home sale, listed at $450,000, closed August 20th. The Residents' Rights Group, led by Tom Reynolds, held its first meeting August 15th, with 50 attendees. By August 31st, 2025, the group had 100 members advocating for transparent HOA governance.